Hello everyone, this is Scott and welcome to Afterthoughts. And I'm reflecting back on this past Sunday, June the 5th, which was Pentecost Sunday. And it was with the church right around the world celebrated when God sent the Holy Spirit to the church, birthed the church, and all the believers that were gathered in the upper room, they were filled with the Holy Spirit. They received the Spirit. And this whole thing of receiving, it's for us human beings with finite minds, we need to figure things out and logic things out. And that makes sense because we define our lives by a beginning and an end. Things are structured and we need that. Jesus made a comment in one of the Gospels that he compared the Holy Spirit to the wind. And I don't know if you can hear the wind back here in the trees, but he said, the Holy Spirit is just like the wind. You don't know where it's coming from nor where it's going to. And you can almost sense in Jesus' words that he's alluding to that the Holy Spirit, understanding the Holy Spirit is much bigger than you are, much broader. You can't. It's infinite, you're finite. And I think of one of the things I really appreciate is the cosmos. Now, if we could be out here at nighttime and be able to look up at the stars, if we were in a place that was free from light pollution, there's something about looking up into space and knowing the infinity of space, and that is God. That is God, infinite, beyond our universe, beyond that. And so it's not just God, it's Jesus and it's the Holy Spirit as well who is. And I'm wondering, rather than trying to figure out if there's a formula or a method of how to receive the Spirit, let's take Jesus at his words. And he said, I quoted this from Luke's Gospel, where he said that it gives the Father great pleasure to give you the Holy Spirit, that he is much better than you parents are with your children. And I wonder what it would be like just to see God as this great God that we don't know where the Spirit is coming from or going to, and actually step into just accept that God has gifted us with his Holy Spirit that resides inside of us, and just be there and just be present with that and just receive it. Not any expectations on how I should react or how others should react, but just believe, step into that point of faith that because God has said it gives him great pleasure to give it to us, that we just receive it instead. And one of the favorite sayings by an ancient saint, Saint Bonaventure, and he was a protege of Saint Francis. So we're talking about the 13th century back then. And he wrote these beautiful words, which I want to read to you. He wrote this: by your power, presence, and essence, God is the one whose center is everywhere and whose circumference is nowhere. That God exists, uncircumscribed in everything. And I don't know if you hear what St. Bonaventure is saying, that you can't draw a circle around God. There is no center point to God, because everywhere you go in the universe and beyond is God's center point. And I think it just speaks of this infinite God. And so I want to receive the Holy Spirit in such a way. I invite you to step outside sometime, look up into the sky, be it at nighttime or in the daytime. Understand that God is infinite. His Holy Spirit is infinite. And just say, welcome, Holy Spirit. We welcome you here today. Think on those thoughts. I want to bless you guys. Have a great rest of the week.